In the heart of a forgotten town, where the streets were lined with the ghosts of what once was, there stood an old, rusted phone booth. It had been there for as long as anyone could remember, a relic from a time when life was simpler and technology was bound by cords and dials. The glass panes were shattered, the receiver hung by a frayed cord, yet the booth remained untouched by time, as if it were waiting for something or someone. Local legends whispered of the phone booth's dark secret. It was said that if you dialed a certain number, your deepest desire would be granted. But there was a catch. Every wish came with a deadly price. Few dared to test the legend, but those who did were never seen again. One cold, misty evening, a young man named Ethan, desperate and broken, found himself standing before the phone booth. Life had not been kind to him. His dreams had crumbled, his loved ones had left, and now, with nothing left to lose, he was drawn to the booth by an inexplicable force. His fingers trembled as he dialed the number he had heard about in hushed whispers. The rotary dial clicked with each number, echoing in the empty streets like a countdown to his fate. As the last digit fell into place, the phone rang, once, twice, 3 times before a voice answered. It was a voice like no other, hollow, distant, yet filled with an eerie calm. "What is your wish?" it asked, devoid of emotion. Ethan hesitated, his mind racing. He could wish for anything: to bring back his lost love, to reclaim his fortune, to erase his past mistakes. But as he stood there, his breath fogging the glass, he realized that no wish could truly heal the emptiness inside him. "I wish to be free of my pain," he whispered, his voice barely audible. There was silence on the other end, a silence so profound it felt as though the world had stopped turning. Then the voice spoke again, softer this time, almost tender. "Your wish is granted." The phone clicked and the line went dead. Ethan felt a cold shiver run down his spine as he placed the receiver back on the hook. He stepped out of the booth, the mist curling around him like the fingers of the dead. For a moment, he felt lighter, as if the weight of his sorrow had been lifted. But then, a sharp pain shot through his chest. He collapsed to the ground, clutching at his heart as it raced uncontrollably. The world around him blurred, the darkness closing in. His last thought was of the voice in the phone booth and the deadly price he had paid for his wish. When the townspeople found him the next morning, lying cold and lifeless beside the phone booth, they knew the legend was true. The booth remained, waiting for the next soul desperate enough to make a wish, its glass panes reflecting the shadows of those who had come before. And so, the legend of the phone booth endures, its chilling legacy echoing through the misty streets of the forgotten town. Ethan's final wish has become part of the town's dark history, and the booth remains, waiting silently for the next desperate soul. Thank you for joining us on this haunting journey. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more thrilling tales. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos and dive into more spine-tingling stories. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What would you have wished for if you were faced with the phone booth's dark promise? We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay curious and stay spooky.